Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
Youths in the Niger Delta have kicked against the reintroduction of the controversial Water Resources Bill, which seeks to vest ownership and control of all water resources such as rivers, streams, lakes, and underground water across the country in the federal government. The youths are concerned that the bill, if passed into law, will further impoverish communities which depend largely on water resources for their economic survival.
The reintroduction of the Water Resources Bill on the 29th of June 2022 on the floor of the National Assembly is generating negative reactions across the country, particularly in the littoral states of the Niger Delta, where local communities depend almost entirely on aquatic resources for their economic survival. At the vanguard of the campaign against the proposed legislation are largely unemployed youths who fear that its passage and subsequent implementation would make life difficult for them.
If you are introducing this bill that will now regulate water, natural resources that was given to us by God, automatically you are putting the Niger Delta region on a perpetual state of poverty.
Look at the oil that federal government is controlling. How are we fared? How are the Niger Delta fared? We are not getting anything from the oil. Instead, what we hear every day is that they are using the money that is amount from accrued from the oil here and develop Abuja and other part of the nation.
The controversial Water Resources Bill is a rehash of the Rural Grazing Areas Bill that was rejected in 2018 by several groups in the country, including the Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF. Dr. Isaiah Fubi, an agriculturist, is worried that the proposed law, if allowed to see the light of day, will give the federal government ownership and control of all aquatic resources, a situation that will deepen poverty and ignite a new wave of insecurity in the Niger Delta.
It's going to drive in hunger, it's going to drive in poverty, it's going to drive in restiveness, because most of our use depends on the water resources. They go to fish, they come back.
While proponents of the bill, notably Nigeria's Minister for Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, have allayed fears that it does not seek to usurp the powers of states and communities in the control and ownership of surface and groundwater. Its provision in Section 2 states otherwise. As clearly stated in subsection 2 of the draft copy, and I quote, "States may make provisions for the management, use and control of water sources occurring solely within the boundaries of the state, but shall be guided by the policy and principles of the federal government in relation to integrated water resources management and this bill," end of quote. Irked by its intention, governors of 36 states of the Federation have unanimously opposed the Water Resources Bill, and for the governor of Bayelsa State, Senator Doye Diri, the proposed legislation is contrary to the people's aspiration in the Niger Delta, where there has been a clamor for fiscal federalism and resource control over the years.
We are running a federal system of government. Allow the states to approximate their resources. Allow the states to do what is in their own environment. If there is anything the federal government wants, tax them, and we pay taxes.
This makes it the third time the Water Resources Bill is being introduced in the National Assembly after it was rejected twice in 2018 and 2020.
Inside the Niger Delta,